Alright, y'all. Sorry about the angles. Whilst I was driving around, sorry about all the noise, I thought I would give you guys kind of an update of what's happened, hopefully likely to happen so far. So, yesterday we went ahead and we paid to have the lawyer serve them and the papers of cease and desist and get off of our boundary. And that actually spurred the real owner of the property, which I didn't know that our neighbor was not the owner of their property, but it spurred the real owner of the property, which I am actually friends with, to come out and talk to me and say, hey, what's going on? We need to come up with a compromise, which is exactly what I was trying to do. I was trying to get the motions back and forth to stop and to see if there was some type of compromise or something that we could come up with that would work. And this is going to be kind of funny. You guys keep on flipping and moving and shifting everywhere. But anyway, so he came out and he's like, hey, so what's really going on? And so I explained to him, of course, the only point of contention is that treehouse. My parents want to be able to access that treehouse and want to be able to have watch their grandkids play on it, want to be able to watch everyone play on that treehouse. And that's the whole thing. So him and I, for probably about 45 minutes, we butted heads. I mean, we were both, this is my property, you can't have it. The other one was like, this is my property, you can't have it. And then all of a sudden we both went, well, wait a minute. Why are we fighting over this? We're both good friends. We should be able to come up with a great compromise. So we did. We came up with a great compromise. Essentially, what we're going to do is we are going to delineate the line or the boundary that the survey is on. And once we delineate that line, we are going to write up a contract to whereas we essentially will be renting, leasing, renting, whatever you want to call it, that property where the treehouse and the little grove of trees are. So what they're going to do and how they're going to set up this rental is so that it's going to be essentially a 50-year lease that upon the end of 50 years will automatically renew if the land is still in my parents' name. If not, essentially it's non-transferable. It's my parents only. If they die, if they sell it, or if they will it to someone else, it automatically goes away. Otherwise, my parents have access to it. And the rental price for the property is going to be something like either $1 to 25 cents a year. So it's some arbitrary number that's out there that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but means, hey, here's the recorded fee to show that land is rented. So it'll be essentially under my parents' name for their life, and that will make it so that they can utilize it and the grandkids can utilize it, and then it will automatically go back to the current owners, automatically go back to who own it right now if anything were to change. So I think that's a great development. So I did last night. I kind of started moving some of the things off the between the boundaries that we had up there, and we're going to go ahead and see how this plays out. So I'm going to continue as if it is going to work out this way, because we also had both brothers, the one that is currently living on the property and the other one that is managing the property for his dad. And so we had them both out there, and they both agreed and shook on it and said, hey, that's a great idea. It keeps the property in their name, and it gives my parents access to that treehouse, which is exactly what they wanted. So I'm hoping that will continue, and that'll ease the tensions kind of between everyone, because it sounded like the neighbor, the one that's living on the property, didn't want necessarily to cause a lot of tension, but wanted to keep his property. And then my parents, of course, were under the same determination that they wanted to keep that tree house. And so I think that this will be a good compromise. I will let you know more about it as we continue, and we shall see how it actually works out. Anyway, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, even leave comments down below on what you think will happen or how we even got to this process, and if this was a good way to get them to actually come to the table to compromise, or if it wasn't. Hopefully I'll have one, maybe 2 more episodes of this, maybe a couple more, and then I'll be able to move on to a different topic, which would be awesome. Anyway, I wanted to thank you all for tuning in today, and you have a wonderful day.